will be a bit wordy, but just to share with everyone, if you think that what are the key points that you wish to stay or you wish to like, snapshot on it, no problems because this slide is not shareable with everyone. But whenever you see which slide that you feel very interested, you can just take a snapshot. All right, okay. So the first part we're talking on what are the benefits of healthy eating together, or meaning say the help like eating together. So normally like just now we mentioned during like certain festive period, especially for those like Chinese New Year, Deepavali Raya, we will have some times with our friends, with our family members, we'll eat together. So the main benefit of having meal together, the first thing of course is the utmost is the social interactions. It's time for us to build some bonding, some interactions with our family and friends. Sometimes we are busy with our work, right? Busy with our own life, but sometimes like during the festive is our time to take a break from work and also enjoy the festive with our family members and also our friends. Okay, and also when we are eating together, normally we will say that actually it will also allow us to order a multiple dish, right? Okay. So for example, normally when we say that, oh, actually I want to enjoy different type of the cuisine or like specific cuisine, I want to try different type of dish. So how can I like because I only have like one person, I cannot enjoy much. But actually when you are eating in a group, actually you can order multiple dish that you can try everything but do mindful that a lot actually right it's good that we are having eating together, having some bonding, but at the same time sometimes we are not eating mindful, we are eating like mindless eating. So eventually, when we enjoy a lot of different dish without carrying on like those portion control or calories control, eventually they will also increase our risk of getting overweight or like weight management issue. All right. So let me just click here. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes, right, like this slide, they will mention that, oh, sometimes people will experience weight gain, especially sometimes people will tell me, oh, after I do, I will do my house cleaning after like Chinese New Year or after certain festive period. Then they will find out, oh, actually my weight gone a lot. Or maybe I have some issue with my cholesterol, issue with my blood sugar. Maybe because you would think that, oh, actually must be the one during the festive season, I tend to eat too much, or I didn't take care of my own diet. So for today's session, right, we are talking on like how can we still enjoy this festive season, but at the same time, we keep healthy eating in mind so that we can enjoy it, but at the same time, they won't burden on our body, burden on our chance of getting weight management issue. Right. Okay. So these are the sharing tips that we are going to share, like, in the party, when we are eating together or during buffet time, how can we enjoy healthy eating, but still enjoy the good food, good mood. So the first one, right, just to share with everyone that sometimes, right, when you are going to, for example, you're going to visit your family members, like the relative house, right, we will say that try not to go on empty stomach. So if possible, we always say that, try to eat something first, munch something first. I know it's a bit not applicable for buffet. So because normally people will think that, oh, buffet, I pay the fixed rate, but I can enjoy different variety of the food. So I must be stay empty stomach. Right. Okay. So this is a lot of people thoughts. But if possible, we want to enjoy the buffet, but at the same time, we don't want to burden on our body. It will be good that sometimes we fill up a bit before we go for party, go for buffet, because from there actually we can ensure that we are not overeating. Yeah, okay. So sometimes you can take like for example some high fiber snacks, the easiest one. All right. Yeah. For example, some people they will go for like fruits, they will go for like they will go for like those wholemeal biscuits or like wholemeal bread. So just munch a bit before you leave house. From there, actually, we always say about the fiber, right? It can help us to feel full longer. So just to share with everyone, a lot of people will ask me that, is it advisable to take fruit before or after meal? We will say that actually there's no right and wrong answer here. A lot of people will ask me that, oh, it would be good we take it before meal because it's good for digestion, good for better absorption for our food or nutrients here. But just to share with everyone, we will say that if possible, we always encourage people to take fruit before your main meal is because of the fiber, not because it can help us to digest better or better absorption for our nutrients, but actually take fruit before meal because of the fiber, it can help us to feel full longer. So from that, we can help us to, make sure that we are not over intake for our main meal here. Yeah, all right. But if you tell me, I really no time, for example, not talking about these parties, I really no time, like for example, my normal days after my lunch, instead of like, because you want to have the healthy snacks during the tea break. So I rather that you go for fruit instead of like those like ice cream or potato chips for your afternoon tea break. Yeah, okay, so there's no right and wrong, but if possible, we always encourage people to take it before meal because of the fiber content. Yeah, all right. And also, second point, just to share with everyone, we always tell people, right, try not to eat too fast. It's very fast paced. Try to eat as slow as you can. Sometimes you will feel like very impatient when you feel that or your children or your parents they tend to eat very slow, but actually eating slow at least minimum about 20 minutes, right, actually it allows our body, our stomach to give a signal to our brain to interpret that, oh, actually I'm full already. Because if you're eating too fast, right, sometimes you will be, you're not aware that actually what kind of food that you've been taken. Maybe the portion is too huge or the calories is too high. So when we are eating slower a bit, we give enough time for our stomach to give the signal to our brain. So from that, we can prevent ourselves from overeating. Yeah. Okay. So this principle, right, same principle applies to those. For example, sometimes we always tell people try to eat mindfully, try to not to like watch your device, watch your phone, watch your tablets when you are having lunch or dinner. Because when you are not eating, not focusing on your food, eventually because you are distracted by all the screen, right? So eventually you will unconditionally leads to overeating. Yeah, so from there you will know you cannot blame that, how come I easily gain weight? It must be because you're not focusing on your diet, you don't have enough time. So like you are always happen to have like these overeating habits. All right, okay. And not forgetting our fruits and vegetables, same thing because they are high in fiber, high in nutrients, but do bear in mind, sometimes people will tell me that, can I take fruit juice or not? So just to share with everyone, we always tell people to stick it into 2 servings of fruit. The reason behind is 2 servings of fruit is just nice. They have enough fiber, enough nutrient, but at the same time, because they still have the natural sugar. So 2 servings of fruit is just nice that we will not impact on our blood sugar level. But if you're over intake, you think that, oh, fruit is completely healthy, I can take a lot. So whenever you over intake the fruit servings, eventually they will lead to impact on our blood sugar level. For example, normally the fruit juice, I rarely will recommend people to take fruit juice. The first thing is because you imagine if I tell you to only eat 2 servings of fruit. 2 servings of fruit is equivalent to about 2 apples or 2 orange. But if you make yourself a homemade apple or orange juice, how many apple you will put or how many orange you will put? So eventually reflect to yourself, you will put a lot, right? So actually this one glass is a very high sugar drink, but at the same time, they are also losing the fiber because nowadays the juicing, the blending machines, all this, right? They will remove the pulp. So you are losing the fiber already. So eventually you're taking only a pure high sugary drink. Despite that, maybe you didn't put any sugar, any added sugar, but the drink itself is very high in sugar. So just to share with everyone, if possible, we always tell people, as long as you're still able to chew, go for the real fruit. Don't go for the fruit juice. Okay, yeah. So up until now, if you have any question, you may just type in the chat box. I will try to address it maybe at the end of the sessions or during the session. I will also try to address it. Okay. And the fourth point, we will say that try to limit ourselves from getting this deep fried food. So talking about this, right, I would like to ask everyone that, we always ask people that is air fry a good choice to replace deep fried? What do you think, everyone? Is that okay we use air fry to cook our favorite dish instead of deep fry? Is it a healthier choice, healthier method? Anyone? Let me see. Everyone a bit quiet for today. Yeah? Okay. So do you have any clue? Is that okay that we use air fry instead of like to replace deep fry? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay. So just to share with everyone, no worries, everyone is a bit shy here. So just to share with everyone that actually air fried right is really a good choice to replace deep fried nowadays. Air fried right because we are using the machines to make it the food turns to be very crispy texture, but they are not using the oil. They are using the air. So meaning says that the method right that we can minimize a lot of our oil intake, and we always know that oil is among all the food groups they are the highest calories. So when you eat a bit only, the calories also like make it a very big contribution to your weight management here. So air fried can be a really good alternative, but gentle reminder to everyone. A lot of people will ask me saying that air fried will cause us to have cancer. But until nowadays, we don't have any conclusion saying that air fry will cause people to have cancer. And also, gender reminder to everyone, try not to spray a layer of oil before you send the food into the air fry machines. Because eventually we want this air fry, right, to have a healthy cooking method. So since the air fry alone already make our food become very like crispy texture that we always enjoy it, so you no need to do some extra actions to, eventually increase additional calories intake. Yeah, all right. So we will say that among all the cooking methods, right, try to stick to all the cooking methods except for deep fried and also barbecue. Yeah. And also here you can see, let me just use a pointer here. It'll be easier for everyone. Let me use pointer. Where's my pointer? Okay. This is the draw. No worries. Okay. So just to share with everyone that sometimes, right, we can also use this like try to take note on this like bakery products, for example, like those pastry, cookies, cakes, because we know that they tends to be very high in fat, high in sugar as well. So all this food sometimes you'll be yes, you can enjoy it, but try not to take it too big portions. Yeah, okay. And also here, right, just to share with everyone, sometimes I don't know whether you guys have heard of, people will tell you that, oh, actually red meat is high cholesterol compared to white meat. Actually, it's true because red meat, like those pork, lamb, beef, their cholesterol level will be much more higher compared to white meat itself. But just to share with everyone that despite that red meat is higher in cholesterol, but at the same time, they are the source of iron to the support, especially for ladies, to prevent ourselves from getting anemia. So it will be good that we can enjoy both red meat and white meat, but do make sure we always stick to the healthy cooking method and also go for the lean meat. Because if I tell you to eat more white meat, then you tell me that, oh, if that's the case, I can eat fried chicken every day because chicken is white meat, right? So regardless we are taking the red meat or white meat, try to stick to the lean meat, which is a non-fatty part, and also stick to the healthy cooking methods. Yeah, all right. We will say that try to focus on the quality. For example, like normally when we eat buffet, right? I do understand that we want to eat a lot, but try not to, over intake because from that it will maybe you can enjoy the food, but at the same time you are creating the weight management issue. Yeah. Okay. And also, just to share with everyone that we should always limit our, apart from the food intake, right? We should always limit our alcohol intake here because we always know that actually alcohol, they will impact on our liver. But just to share with everyone, alcohol is not only impacting on our liver functions, but at the same time, actually alcohol also considered as a very high calorie drink. For example, sometimes people will tell me that, is beer very high in calories? So actually beer, right, indeed is very high in calories and also high in sugar. So a lot of people will tell me that, oh, I have blood sugar issue. Then they will be wondering that, how come I'm not taking a lot of like those simple sugar things? For example, like sugary foods or sugary drink. But maybe they didn't aware that actually alcohol, especially beer, is considered as a very high sugar drink. So I'm not saying that we cannot take it at all, but we try to stick it into about, just right amount. For example, normally we will say that for guys, we try to limit into maximum 2 cans of beer each time. For ladies, try to cap it into a maximum 1 can of beer. So one can of beer or one glass of red wine or one glass of liquor. Okay, for guys, maximum is about 2 cans of beer or 2 cans of liquor. Okay, so talking about this, right, I would like to ask everyone that we always heard people saying that red wine is good for our heart health. Can I check with everyone what's the reason people say that red wine is good for heart health? What's the component in red wine that can support on our heart health? Anyone? Do you know what is the key things that can support on our heart health from the red wine? There is a bit shy here. Yes, anyone have any clue? All right. Not sure? Okay. So just to share with everyone that actually alcohol, especially the red wine, right? Actually, they are high in antioxidants. So a lot of people say that, oh, nowadays, among the alcohol, try to go for the red wine, especially for those that Mediterranean diet, they will encourage people to go for red wine because of the antioxidant that can support on our heart health here. But just to share with everyone that actually, yes, red wine contains the antioxidants. But if you're didn't aware of the portions, you think that, oh, it's completely fine since they can support on our heart health. We can enjoy as much as we can. So maybe they can give us the antioxidant, but at the same time, when you're over intake, eventually they will also burden on our liver health here. So just to share with everyone that actually antioxidants, right, not necessarily comes from the red wine alone. Actually, when you're taking those healthy food like those fruits, vegetables, whole grains, eventually they will also give us the antioxidant as well. So for those who never start drinking alcohol, we will see that you no need because of this antioxidant, then you go and start with the red wine. Because maybe the disadvantage will be outweigh the advantage from the red wine. Yeah, okay. So for those like, we always say try to always go for the water. Plain water is always the best one. Alternative, if you want to try some fizzy drink, you can go for those sparkling water or like those unsweetened iced tea. All right. And some people, if they say that, oh, nowadays we do have this like soft drink, they are what zero, what zero. Okay, so talking about this, right? So I'm not too sure anyone can answer me, but do you aware that actually what are the zero stand for? So normally nowadays when we go to visit those vending right, fast food restaurant, right? Then you will see this like carbonated drink, except for the regular carbonated drink, they have this like what zero drink. So just to share with everyone, zero stand for zero sugar and also zero calories here. So actually why we say zero sugar is because if you ever tried the zero drink, right, you will know that actually they will still taste sweet. Yeah. But why we say zero sugar? Because they are saying that this sugar, they won't impact on our blood sugar level. Meaning says that they won't spike down, spike up our blood sugar level. But one thing, because they are using the artificial sweetener, initially the invention is for those diabetic patients here. But gender reminder to everyone, although we say that this zero drink, they are zero sugar, zero calories, but because of this artificial sweetener, I mean, we will say that because they are made of chemical, the first thing, they have zero nutrients as well. All right. Second thing, for this artificial sweetener, if you think that, oh, since they won't impact my weight, impact on my blood sugar, I take it too frequent. So when you frequent drinking these artificial sweetener drinks, right, eventually they will also change your taste bud and you will keep on craving for those very high sugar foods and drinks here. So do do bear in mind that actually if you tell me that, oh, when I visit this fast food restaurant, can I take this sugar free or what we say the zero soft drink, can or not? Can, no problems. But don't take it as a completely healthy drinks here. Okay. And also sometimes we will say that apart from this, like the examples here, you can also bring this like healthier choice symbols because nowadays, if you tell me that, oh, I really want to have some carbonated drink or I really want to have some flavored drink. So do look for those healthier choice product because they are way lower in sugar compared to the regular one. Yeah, okay. And also if you sometimes you may meet some, problems when people always offering you with this alcohol, you don't know how to reject it. So do have some firm reason. For example, tomorrow you have some early morning work, early meetings, or you are appointed driver, so you should not drink. Yeah, okay. And also another way, right? We can stick to only a glass or maximum two glasses, but make it into last longer. So maybe try to drink sip slower, so we can avoid the refills. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, just to share with everyone, yeah, just now this is the a bit slammer summary here. So sorry, it's a bit wordy here, but just now like what I mentioned, when you are visiting your relative during the festive season, or when you are going for buffet parties, right? Try not to go with empty stomach. Try to eat something first because it can help us to feel full longer a bit. Yeah. All right. And also, if sometimes people are too enthusiastic, they want to offer you more food, they think that, oh, you are capable to eat, but maybe we can give a polite reason saying that, oh, later, I will just eat it later. Yeah. Okay. Then cooking tips, just now we mentioned that apart from deep fried, apart from BBQ, we always stick to like all other cooking methods we do allow. Air fry, stir fry, steam, bake, all also can, no problems. Okay. Talking about this, I hope that someone can answer me. So if you are saying about cooking, right? Can you name me what are the examples of healthy cooking oil? I think this is quite simple, right? So anyone, can you just type in the chat box here? Anyone? Let me see. Yeah, finally chat box. Okay. Olive oil, coconut oil. Okay. So normally when people say about this healthy cooking oil, right? We always have this olive oil in our mind, the first place here. So just to share with everyone that actually olive oil, yes, they are considered healthy cooking oil is because they are high in omega-3 and 6. But gentle reminder to everyone, olive oil, there's one disadvantage, meaning says that because every cooking oil, they have different smoke point. Smoke point meaning says that whenever their smoke point is get lower and lower, right? Meaning say that they cannot withstand too high temperature cooking. For example, if you ask me, can olive oil being used for stir fry? So you need to be very mindful. Olive oil compared to other cooking oil, their smoke point is way lower. So sometimes, right, when you are saying that, oh, since olive oil is very healthy, right? So I shall just go for my normal cooking. But because if they beyond the cooking, beyond the smoke point, actually the olive oil will turn rancid. They will turn cancerous. So do make sure if you're using the olive oil, right, do use the correct versions, which is extra light and also pure olive oil. Try not to use the extra virgin. Extra virgin cooking olive oil is way, way low in smoke points. Okay, so if you tell me, Shi-En, that olive oil can I use in what type of dishes? We will say it's like those non-cooking one. For example, salads or like some dressings, you can use the olive oil. But if you really want to cook it, do make sure the fire is not too huge and also try to go for a bit like low temperature cooking lah. And especially use the correct type of the olive oil. So here, Adeline tell me is about coconut oil. So just to share with Adeline and also rest of you here, coconut oil, red palm oil, we will say they are not considered as healthy cooking oil. The reason behind is because coconut oil and also the red palm oil, they are high in saturated fat, which will increase on our bad cholesterol. So just to share with everyone, any healthy cooking oil apart from olive oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, or those like blended oil also can, no problems. Peanut oil, I would say that's still all right, no problems. Okay, but those like red palm oil, coconut oil, or like those, some people they will use the animal fat like pork lard. These are not the healthy cooking oil because they are high in saturated fat, which will increase on our bad cholesterol and increase our chance of getting heart disease. Yeah, okay. And also just to share with everyone, apart from the cooking oil, right? Nowadays we also, normally when we cook, right, we tend to use like the simple one, the salt, the sugar here. So just to share with everyone that actually salt and sugar, right? Nowadays we do have this like healthier versions one. For example, normally when we say this salt, instead of using the salt, you can use the herb and spices. Because herb and spices, they can give our dish tangy flavored dish, but at the same time, they won't impact on our sodium, impact on our blood pressure here. Yeah. So you can use the alternative like the herb and spices. Alternative, nowadays we do have this like um low sodium salt, or like those low sodium soy sauce or oyster sauce. So same thing, look for these healthier choice symbols here. So talking about this, right, just to share with everyone, sometimes you will see this nowadays, we do have this like pink salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt in the market. So just to share that actually eventually, right, pink salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, and table salt, their sodium content are exactly the same. They are not a healthier versions one. I'm not too sure why they are sell more expensive. I believe that because some people they say it's way natural and also way nicer in taste. But just to share, the sodium content, they are exactly, not exactly, they are almost the same. So it doesn't mean they are the healthier choice. But if you ask me, do we have any other low sodium salt nowadays? Yes, we do have this like K salt or pan salt. They are a healthier version, which is the lower sodium salt in the market. Yeah, you can look for it. K and also pan, PAN, pan. Yeah, okay. And also instead of sugar, because same thing, just to share with everyone, white sugar and brown sugar, there's no difference. The only thing why we say brown sugar is a healthier because they are, more minerals compared to white sugar. But whether in the sugar level, they are the same. So there's no healthier or lower in sugar options for the brown sugar. Yeah. So instead of sugar, sometimes you can use the natural food products like fruits, vegetable to give your dish some natural flavoring, but not impacting on your blood sugar level. Okay. So do include the whole grains here. So whenever you are serving your guests, your family members, right? Apart from cooking oil, the seasoning part, try to always stick to like more whole grains. For example, just now we say that we visit our relative house, right? So what if now is another way the relative come to visit your house? So do prepare some high fiber foods or like high nutrients foods because it's a healthiest one and also it's a genuine dish that can serve for your guests. Yeah, skip the dressing, especially the dressing here, just to share with everyone that actually dressings right nowadays we do have like this, mayonnaise, Thousand Island, right? But of course, nowadays we do have some healthier choice, which is you can see they are lower in fat. So go for those lower in fat dressings because dressing mainly they are high in sugar, high in fat. Yeah. But if you ask me, do we have any better, healthier dressings compared to those like mayonnaise, Thousand Island? We can go for like vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette, or like those olive oil as a dressing also can. Like mustard also is a better choice compared to mayonnaise and also Thousand Island. Yeah. Okay, healthier cooking method, just now we mentioning. So try to always apart from air fry, apart from deep fry, apart from those BBQ, you can go for all cooking methods. You can see here, boil, steam, bake, roast, grill, all these cooking method we do allow. Yeah, okay. And also try to always make some healthier desserts, especially for those festive season, right? So we always know they are high in sugar, high in fat. So try to, replace a bit, maybe using the some good alternative. For example, instead of giving the fruit cake, which is high in sugar, high in fat, why not you give the fresh fruit? Yeah. Or maybe if you're taking those, making your own cookies, making our own cake, try to lessen the amount of sugar. Maybe use the natural ingredients to replace it. Or maybe, for those like some people they may use like cream. So instead of using the cream, maybe you can use like others one. For example, the low fat cream, which is the healthier choice. Yeah. Okay, so just to share with everyone here that actually apart from like cooking, right, sometimes you want to do some catering. For example, you have some huge party that you want to invite your family members, your neighbors, your friends to join your party at home. So whenever you look for caterer, you can also look for this like those restaurant they join this healthy dining program. Nowadays, right, the healthier choice is not only in the product itself, but also in some certain restaurants, they will also have these healthier dining programs here. Yeah, so normally for this kind of business, they are offering some healthy ingredients like whole grains, healthy cooking oil, or like at the correct portions. Okay. So like you can see here, we get all like looping here. So high fiber carbohydrate, whole grains. So whole grains, all this, right? We always tell people that why we tell people to go for brown rice instead of white rice. Not only because they are high in fiber, but because of this fiber, right? They are lower in GI, meaning says that they are less impact on our blood sugar. White rice, they will spike or fluctuate our blood sugar way easier compared to brown rice. So we always say try to have these whole grain options because not only help us for our weight management, but also at the same time better manage for our blood sugar level as well. Yeah, okay. Because we can still include our proteins, right? So do remember, regardless you're taking the white meat, red meat, do go for the lean meat, which is a non-fatty fat. Yeah, okay. And do remember, go for the healthy cooking method. Apart from deep fried, apart from BBQ, can go for other cooking methods. Yeah. And also just to share with everyone that actually we will see that for weight management, right? Normally it's not only take care of our own diet, but also we want to find our way to burn off the calories. So if you tell me that, oh, sometimes you'll be wondering how come you are easily gain weight when you're turned middle age. So just to share with everyone that actually, right, especially for ladies, you will always heard that, my metabolism must be slowed down after I turns middle age. I used to eat a lot but I not easily gain weight. But how come when I turns middle age I easily gain weight? It's because of like this metabolism tends to be slower when we are growing older and older. But this is the things that we cannot reverse it. But what I would suggest for everyone that if you want to better manage your weight, you need to find a way to boost back the metabolism. So what are the things that can help us to boost our metabolism apart from reversing on our age? The first thing, do make sure that we always go for workout, especially weight training. So whenever you have more muscle, your metabolism is faster, they can burn more fat. Yeah, okay. So do include apart from diet, do include some weight training. And also if you tell me how about cardio? Cardio is not meant to faster our metabolism. It's meant to better manage on our weight, to lose our body fat. So both if you tell me cardio and weight training can no problems. Yeah. So talking about this, can I ask everyone if you have any answers here? What are the other ways for us to increase our metabolism? Yeah. Anything that you can think of? No worries, there's no right and wrong answer. We are just having some discussion here. What? Today a bit shy here. Maybe everyone is eating your lunch. Let me have a look. Okay. Drink more water. Shi-en, thank you so much for your answer here. Definitely yes. Water is one of the way to increase on our metabolism. So just to share with everyone that how much water should we take every day? Actually, right, a lot of people will say that, in general, it's about 2 liter. But good news for everyone that actually our water intake, right, can be based on our body weight. So if you want to know how much water should you take every day, you can just times your body weight with 30 mil, 30. For example, if you're 50 kg, you just times 30, then you will know, oh, actually every day I should take about 1.5 liter of water. So of course, from this formula, you will know that, oh, of course, if you are heavy weight, then you must drink more water lah. Yeah. So definitely water intake is one of the key things to boost our metabolism. Adeline mentioning about sleep adequately definitely is also one of the key things to boost our metabolism. And also we will say that try to always go for eat breakfast. A lot of people will tell me that, I'm in a hurry, I need to go for work, or I want to, lessen our calories intake, so I don't take the breakfast. But breakfast actually is a key thing to boost our metabolism. And also, actually, when you're taking the breakfast, right, it can help you to control your portions or calories intake during your lunch. Sometimes when you're skipping your breakfast, your lunch become your first meal. Then what you will do? You will eventually overeating, right? So we'll eat in a very big portions, and from there, not only maybe they are high in calories, but at the same time, because you are eat in a very big amount in a very short period of time, they will easily impact on your blood sugar. So your blood sugar actually is not very, like, we always aim to go for a stable blood sugar profile. So if you, like, your breakfast didn't take it, your blood sugar is gone down. But suddenly when you eat a lot, your blood sugar spike again. Spike again, spike down again. So they are not having a stable blood sugar. From there, they will also impact on your blood sugar level, on your diabetes risk as well. So should I mentioning about black coffee? Definitely can. Like those caffeinated drink, but be more mindful, especially for those people if they have like this caffeine issue, or we always say that caffeine, when we are over intake, they will also burden on our bone health as well. So do make sure, regardless we are taking the coffee, tea, green tea, try not to take it too much. Maybe stick to about 1 to 2 glasses maximum every day. Yeah, okay. So just to share with everyone, sometimes this festive period, right, we will have some, meal gathering. Apart from meal gathering, sometimes we can also give some gift for our friends, make it as a bonding, right? So instead of having some very thoughtful gifts, some people they will give like really the, what, normally we will say that I'll try to give the thoughtful gift, meaning something that they need to have it, they wish to have it. Yeah. So we will say that this one is also very good ideas here, because we can give some give gym voucher here. So from there we can enhance our family members, encourage our friends to go for active lifestyle here. So like give voucher, like exercise class. Nowadays we do have this, Pilates, some for example like cycling, all this like exercise class, you can also give as a gift voucher to let them to have a try. So maybe from there we can encourage them to go for active lifestyle. Pedometer, this is the gift for us to encourage them to, stay active through the exercise, through the brisk walking, and also fitness outfit. Whenever they have been gifted with this fitness outfit, they have more motivations to go for workout. Yeah, okay. So just now we saying, right, apart from diet, definitely is the exercise. The ultimate things for us to better manage on our weight is not from our weight control pills or any other fast method. It's only two key things: healthy eating, and also find our way to burn the calories through exercise. Yeah, okay. And also just to share with everyone, actually, right, non-stick pan, not only for the gift but also for yourself, actually is a really good, really healthy tools here. Because whenever we are using the non-stick pan, right, not only we can minimize our oil usage, but at the same time, right, actually we can make sure our food is they won't turn cancerous, because sometimes they will stick to the pan, right? Then we just afraid that they will turn like burn the food, or that they will have this chow da. All this actually is not good for our health. So when we use a non-stick pan the correct way, so shouldn't be impacting on our weight management, or also impacting on our physical health as well. Yeah, okay. Microwave actually is also very well done. A lot of people tell me that microwave have this like the radiations, which is not good for ladies, not good for guys. But actually, just to share with everyone, microwave actually right, their radiation is very minimal. Like because we are using our phone. So the phone radiation is about the same as the microwave here. Yeah, okay. So microwave, if you're really scared, of course, if you can just start the microwave, then you just away from the kitchen first. Yeah. But actually, microwave is a really good way because it's very fast. It can help us to retain the nutrients. Sometimes you will heard people saying that, whenever we be cook for a very long period of time, the nutrients will leak. It's true. So we will say that sometimes a quick cooking method, they can help us to retain the nutrients here. Yeah. So just now we mentioning about the juice, right? So if you tell me that, oh, I really want to have some juice. So instead of the normal juice, you can go for the blender because they can still retain the fiber. But anyhow, to be honest, juice is always not the best choices. We always tell people if you are able to chew, go for the real fruit instead of the fruit juice. Yeah. Cookbook actually is also one of the gift idea, but nowadays I believe that everyone can search the recipes in the website here. But just to share with everyone, this is also one of the special gift idea that you can give to your family members, to your loved one. Yeah. Okay. And also sometimes, right, people will say that, oh, how about any things, during the festive seasons, for example, sometimes we are tends to be very stressed from our work. So what are the special gift idea? So you can also give some spa, massage, vouchers, or you can give some, yeah, mind games or like those like books that can help them to have to relieve from their stress. Yeah, okay. So just to share with everyone, today is quite simple here. So mainly the healthy eating principles to apply not only for our normal days, but also during the festive period, like those Chinese New Year, Deepavali, Raya, right? We try to always keep in mind that while we enjoy the festivals, but at the same time we can keep into a healthy eating. So from that, we enjoy the festival, but at the same time they won't burden on our weight management, burden on our physical health. So we can be more happy and also, we can retain a good health status here. Yeah, okay. So with that, right, we still have quite a lot of time, about 15 minutes here. Can I just check with everyone? Today, everyone is a bit shy here. Everyone, do you have any more questions you want to raise? Yes? Maybe the first question I want to ask everyone that, just now I mentioned about the fruits and vegetable, right? Everyone, if you go for those grocery shoppings, you will see these like frozen fruits and vegetable nowadays. For example, the very simple one, the fried rice, they will have tricolor, the vegetable, right? Green peas, carrot, and also corn. Can I ask everyone, can we use frozen vegetables for our cooking? Are they serve the same nutrients as fresh fruits and vegetables? Anyone? What do you think? Can we take this frozen fruit and vegetables? Sometimes, if you're no time, you want to go for the frozen because some nowadays we do have this like very convenient pack, the frozen pack one. What do you think? Can we have it? Yes? No? Not sure? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yes, Adeline mentioning yes. Okay, so just to share with everyone, frozen fruits and vegetable, they are equally same nutrients as fresh fruits and vegetable. So if you tell me that can I use the three colors vegetables for my dish, definitely can. The frozen vegetable, right, is meaning say that once they pluck off, right, they will immediately send to freezing process. So from there, actually, they can retain the nutrients already. So there's no harm, there's no diminish in nutrients level for frozen fruits and vegetable. Can, no problems. But gentle reminder to everyone, whenever we are taking those frozen fruits, vegetable, or canned fruits and vegetables, right, do make sure they are contains the ingredients only without any coated with sugar or sugar syrup or like those salt. try to stick to only the ingredient itself. There shouldn't be any issue on it. Yeah, okay. How about frozen meat? Definitely can shouldn't. You know, nowadays we do have this like frozen chicken breast, frozen chicken thigh, also can no problems. Yeah, their nutrients, they are all the same because they already help us to, you know, pre manage on it. Yeah. So but then no worries on it. We still can enjoy it. It's very convenient here. But gentle reminder, go for the lean meat. Some people they will ask me, you know, I don't like to eat chicken breast. I know chicken breast is the healthiest part among all the parts, but I don't like it because it's very dry. Can I go for the chicken thigh or chicken wing? Can. But do make sure, you know, if possible, try to remove the lean fat. Lean, I mean, not the fat, meaning say that you know the skin, I know it's very nice to eat, but the skin or those fatty part, from there actually you can still enjoy your favorite part of the chicken, but we minimize our additional extra fat intakes here, which is not good for our health. Yeah, okay. Yeah, frozen chicken is cheaper sometimes. Yes, I found out that actually nowadays, right, they also have this like one pack pig pack, right? Actually 1 kg is about few dollar only, so actually it's manageable, no problems. Okay. And also another questions I want to ask everyone, that just now I mentioned about the cooking oil, right? So sometimes we'll have this like butter or margarine for our breakfast. So now I want to ask everyone here, which is a healthier choice? Butter or margarine? If you say butter, why margarine is not healthy? If you say margarine, why butter is not healthy? Can anyone give me examples? No problems. Later we'll share with everyone the real answer here. Butter? Okay, Adeline mentioning about butter. Can I ask Adeline here, right? If you say butter is healthier choice, can I know what's the reason that you say margarine is not healthy? Margarine has what that may impact on our health? What are the components in the margarine that make it unhealthy choice? Not too sure, no worries, no worries. Yeah, we just have some discussion here. Okay, no worries, just to share with everyone that actually a lot of people will tell me that butter is a healthier choice. Yes, compared to margarine, right? Because margarine normally they will say that they are artificial. They contains trans fat. Yeah, so trans fat definitely is not good for our heart health here. But nevertheless, butter also contains the saturated fat, which will also impact on our cholesterol, right? So just to share with everyone, in Singapore, those produced in Singapore, margarine is a healthier choice because Singapore government, the FDA, already banned the trans fat. So you won't see any trans fat product produced in Singapore. Yeah. So in Singapore, margarine is a healthier choice. But just to share with everyone, nevertheless, butter or margarine, despite they don't have the trans fat anymore, but they're still made of fat, made of like those oil. So they are still very high in calories. Yeah, so try to go for thin spread, regardless you are taking butter or margarine. Yeah, thought margarine is more salty. No, okay. Margarine actually is not because of the flavor, it's because of the trans fat. Nowadays, a lot of people are very afraid of this trans fat that may impact on our cholesterol. But actually, butter also, maybe they don't have the trans fat, but at the same time, they contains the saturated fat still. So they will still increase on our cholesterol, impact on our bad cholesterol. So we can go for the margarine, but if you still want to enjoy the butter, can, but do make sure butter or margarine, go for the thin spread will do. Okay. And also now Shun is asking, frozen chicken keep longer compared to fresh chicken. The nutrients still same? Yes, Shun, definitely no issue. For frozen things, right, the only things that we concern is about the safety, the food safety. So we always tell people if you already thaw, meaning thaw the frozen meat, maybe make it into you prepare to cook it. So if you think that, oh, actually I'm not going to cook today, so can I refreeze it? No. So since they already have different temperature, right? The chance of getting this, food contamination is very high. So food safety is only our concern for this frozen thing. So whenever you thaw, make sure you thaw it at the right place, which is like in the refrigerator, from the freezer part to the refrigerator part. And also to make sure once you thaw, use it to cook. If you never cook, just discard it. Cannot to refreeze it again. Because from there, they will increase your chance of getting food contaminations, the bacteria infections lah. Yeah. So frozen meat can keep for how long? Actually, to be honest, right, there's no really some people they will say can even keep up until 1 to 2 years like that. So I will suggest everyone you can just see the date marking there. Yeah, they will tell you that best before expiry date by when you can just see from the packaging there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We still have some times at the moment. Can I just check with everyone? Do you have any questions? At the same time, if you have no question, you can just scan this for the QR code for the feedback. And if you think just now, like I mentioned just now, because the slide is not shareable, so sorry because it's under health promotion board. But if you think which slide that you want to take a snapshot, do let me know. I will just refer back to the slide and you can just take a snapshot from there. Yeah. No worries, I will still stay with everyone here. So if you have any question, you can just type in the chat box. Do ask if you have any nutrition questions at the moment. Yeah. Is drinking coconut or eating their flesh good or bad for health? Okay, coconut water actually is a very good healthy drink because they are high in minerals, which is good for our health here to support on our to give us hydration, will give us minerals here. So regardless you are taking the coconut water or flesh, right, actually they are equally the same. But gentle reminder, because coconut, right, they also contains the natural sugar as well. So regardless you are taking the flesh, regarding you are taking the water, try not to take it too big amount in one go. So stick to only one coconut each time. Yeah, okay. Fried chicken, if past the expiry date, still can be consumed. Adeline, no. For those food that are past expiry date, right? Expiry date meaning says that this food beyond the date, they are no longer safe to consume because maybe they are high in bacteria, they will have a very huge, very high chance of getting bacterial infections. Best before, we will say that if you beyond the date, it's still okay to consume because best before is just like maybe the quality is not there, the nutrient is not that optimal, but they are still okay to consume. But for those expiry date, cannot. Expiry date is really saying that this date you cannot use it, cannot take it beyond the date. Yeah. Is canned food considered unhealthy? To be honest, thank you, Lily, for a really great questions here. Frozen canned food can be why we always say canned food is unhealthy is because they are high in preservative. They are high in sodium. But to be honest, sometimes we'll have this canned tuna, canned sardine, right? Actually, tuna and sardine can be served as a really good alternative compared to salmon. Because salmon gives us the omega-3, which is good for our heart health, right? But salmon is very expensive. So whenever we can not go for the salmon, why not we go for the canned tuna and sardine? So they can also give us the omega-3. But the canned food, they are not healthy. They are being considered as not healthy because they are high in sodium. So Lily, if you only eat the meat flesh itself, eat the tuna, eat the sardine itself, without the liquid, drain the liquid, it can be served as a really healthy alternative as well. Yeah, okay. So if frozen meat and fresh meat they are same nutrients, why fresh meat are more expensive? Because some people, right, they prefer to have this fresh meat is because they think that they are way nicer to eat. They are better in nutrients. This is the misconception. To be honest, frozen meat has equally same nutrients. But some people they don't like to eat frozen is because of the texture. It's because of they will feel like not mushy, not the fresh taste. So they rather go for the fresh food here. Yeah. fresh meat that we bought from market got expiry date, to be honest, right, actually, for those market, I don't think they will label. You only see the like expiry date or marking date when you go for those like NTUC Fair Price and Shop, right? But what I would suggest for everyone that if you're not too sure, right, you just observe. If you see the appearance is a bit odd already, or their smell is a bit odd already, so just discard on it. It must be because they are no longer safe to consume. So that's why we always tell people, right, if you want to buy the fresh ingredients, right, do make sure that you utilize it as soon as possible. If you're not too sure, right, I would suggest that you think that, oh, actually this one I'm not going to cook it in a very short period of time. You just send it into freezer immediately. Yeah. From there, you reduce your time duration that the fresh ingredient being in the room temperature, you can reduce your chance of getting contamination issue. Yeah. So once you buy from the market, do send it into freezer immediately. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Shi. Okay. Anyone still have any more questions? If no, okay, no worries. I will still stay with everyone about 3 minutes here. If you have any question you think of, you can just type in the chat box. But meanwhile, please help me to scan this for the feedback. If you have no questions, I hope that everyone do enjoy for today's session. This one is a bit short sessions here, but basically it's talking about this healthy eating during this festive period here. Yeah, okay. So no worries. Yeah, I hope that you learned something at least. Yeah, okay. So from there, I hope that everyone can enjoy the sessions and also enjoy your lunch. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Yeah. Adeline is asking how much dark chocolate we can eat per day. Mm. Dark chocolate is better choice, right? Compared to the milk chocolate, definitely, because they are lower in sugar. But we always say that despite they are healthier versions, they contains the caffeine, they contains the antioxidants, and also lower in sugar. But we try not to eat too many because eventually they still consider as a easily, they're simple sugar. They're still easily those impact on our blood sugar compared to those like brown rice or wholemeal bread. So how much can we eat? We try to stick, we don't have definite answer, but we try to stick it maybe about a cube. So as least as possible. Yeah, okay, despite it's a healthier choice. So we will say that regardless those healthier or unhealthier choice, if you can, eat mindfully, try to not to take it as like completely healthy food. I eat a lot. Yeah. If you know that dark chocolate, even though it's a healthier choice compared to those other milk chocolates, they are lower in sugar, but they are still the sugar source because the dark chocolate apart from sugar, I mean the caffeine, they still have the caffeine, they still have like, whenever those too much caffeine, they will still impact on our bone health, right? So try to take it. You can take it, it's a healthier choice, but try not to take it too much. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Adeline. Okay. Yes, if you think that actually if you're not a hardworking person, you don't cook it too frequent, right? So definitely yes, you can go for the frozen meat. Yeah, no problems. Okay, if we have no questions anymore, thank you everyone for today's sessions. I shall just end the sessions here. Thank you.